Good morning and welcome to our journey through the Bible in a year. And today we have the introduction to the Song of Songs. Are you sitting comfortably? Do you embarrass easily? We may well make you blush this morning. And if not, then certainly as you read the words of Song of Songs over the coming days, then you may well, if you are prone to blushing, blush, because the Song of Songs is a book of erotic poetry, and it's here right in the heart of the Bible. It begins and it sets the tone, doesn't it, for the book with kiss me with the kisses of your mouth. Just some things that I want to throw out there as we look at this, because it is a book in the Bible that explores, as it were, the expression of love, physical expression of love. And we have different words for love. Sorry, we don't have different words for love. The biblical languages have different words for love. We have Greek and Hebrew, which have different words for different expressions of love. So the love you have for a friend, the love you have for your spouse, the love you have for your children, the love you have for your pet, the love you have for your football club, the love you have for sausages, would all be different. But in our English language, we love all of them. So the way I love my dog is very different to the way I love my son. The way I love my football team is very different to the way I love my wife, and all of them are very different to my love of pizza, for example. So, but we have one word, love, that covers a whole expression, a whole range of human emotion and feeling. And the biblical languages didn't have that. They had different ways to express the different kinds of love that were there. But this kind of love, this sexual love, this physical love, is what really is behind a lot of what we see here in the book of Song of Songs. So how we differentiate between the complexities of our emotion, between love and lust, between desire, enjoyment, all of those kind of things are given expression here in the book of Song of Songs. Just some questions or reminders about sex within the context of what the Bible says, just to throw out there as you look at Song of Songs. And I just want to go through these just as we explore together to give us a framework of what that looks like. So reminders in the Bible that sex is a gift from God. It's not a curse from the devil. This sort of Victorian mindset that we have, I've said before, where in Victorian culture, all that anyone talked about was death and sex was taboo. But in today's culture, all that people talk about is sex and death is taboo. So it's not, as the Victorians believe, this sort of taboo, slightly cursed kind of thing. It's a gift from God. But secondly, like any gift from God, it can be misused. So it's best to operate within, as it were, the maker's instructions, to enjoy it in the best possible way. Sex is a physical act, mechanically, I suppose, but that doesn't make it any less spiritual. It's a spiritual union that takes place as well as a physical one. True sexuality is a sacrament. It's a means of receiving and giving to God, an expression of our humanity, the wonder in which God has made us as human beings. It is designed to exist and be expressed within a committed relationship, a deeply committed relationship, not to cover up for the absence of a deeply committed relationship. Sexuality is an essential part of married love. Sex without love is offensive to God and abusive, I think, towards the other human being. true love is an uninhibited self-giving to another person, but also a sensitive self-restraint. And all of that you see within sex as well. It is an act of self-giving, uninhibited self-giving, but also sensitive self-restraint. It's about mutuality. All love involves covenant. Covenant is this binding together of two parties or two people, committed personal relationship. And true love makes us more truly human. True love makes us more truly human. There's some things the Bible expresses about what sex is and the place that sex has within our lives, and I suppose within the culture we live in as well. But when we see Song of Songs, maybe what might make us blush, or why you don't hear this read out a lot on a Sunday morning in church, is that we're not used to expressing ourselves that way. And so a question for those of you who are in those married relationships, you're thinking about your sexual life, but not just for you, for others as well, when we take that into a wider sense of love and committed relationship and truly human relationship, friendships and so on, is why do we find that so hard to talk about? Because we don't seem to have a problem talking about anything else. Why do we find it so hard to express our opinions or our emotions or our feelings to another person? Whereas, if we're talking about anything else, your views on anything else or what you feel about anything else, you don't seem to have a problem to do that. But with this area, we find it so difficult. That's something to reflect upon, because again, within a loving relationship, within a covenant relationship, there is safety. It's a place of safety, a place of trust, a place where you can be vulnerable, a place where you can be open with another person about those things. And within a friendship, it's important to express your care for another person, how you feel about them. And, obviously that's different to within a married relationship, but it is still important that the people that we love know that we love them and that we care about them, and to find ways to give voice to that, appropriate ways to give voice to that, is a lesson that comes out of the Song of Songs. So, whether it's going to be an easy read or a challenging read for you, whether it is a bit different or difficult for you, I pray that God will meet you in that, and that he will bless you as you read it, and that you might find ways to grow in your relationships, whether that's your marriage, whether that's your friendships, your colleagues around you, people in the church, and you might find those appropriate and life-giving ways to express how you feel to the people that you care about. And as you do that, I pray that God would bless you.